Zion Williamson sitting this one out with a foot contusion. It robs us of one of those very coveted Zion versus Ja matchups. We did get Jaren Jackson's season debut as the Pelicans hosted the Grizzlies. And early on, it was all about Ja Morant. The score there. On the other end, Troy Murphy, known for shooting the jump shot, showing you that he can throw it down when needed. But back to the Morant show. Three-pointer is just good there. And then to beat the first quarter buzzer, it's Ja from half court. Nothing but net. What the old timers you say, nothing but nylon. Ja Morant, a 16-point opening quarter, and his greatness continued in quarter number 2. Up top we go. It's the Brandon Clark show. And then Ja, playing cat and mouse with New Orleans, comes up with the ridiculous steal, takes it coast to coast for the score. Jaren Jackson, Triple J, I'm sure Memphis is happy to have him back for what he brings to the defensive end of the court. The block on Brandon Ingram there. Memphis is up. Third quarter. CJ McCollum shines in the third quarter. 14 for CJ in the frame. A season high 30 in the game. The Pelicans are up by a couple. Other end, it's back to Ja. Switching hands in mid-air. The old no, you didn't. He led everybody in scoring with 36. He did cool off, though, in the second half. Larry Nance would heat up. The throwdown there's got Zion up out his seat. It's a back-and-forth basketball game. McCollum, a tough deuce. Jose Alvarado had a little chirping match with Ja in the second half. He's going to get the last laugh here as he knocks down the three and then dishes it to Larry Nance for the throwdown. The Pelicans get the 113-102 win without Zion Williamson. Pelicans improved to 8-6 on the season. Yeah, I was actually watching some film the other day from some of those Yao Ming and Shaquille O'Neal matchups. And, you know, we don't have a lot of those player-on-player rivalries right now in the league. I'm talking about those games where you say, ooh, so-and-so is going against so-and-so. It's must-see television. One of the ones that I look forward to is Trae Young and Luka. I've always enjoyed that one. There are a couple others around the league. I still want to see Kevin Durant and LeBron go at it. I still enjoy those rivalries. I still enjoy Giannis and Tatum. I think is one that's starting to really pick up a lot of momentum here. There are a few around the league. One that we thought we would get down the pipeline here is Ja versus Zion. And obviously it's the former number 1 and number 2 overall picks in their draft. The problem with that is one of the guys in this rivalry ain't doing his end of the bargain. Zion don't be available for enough of these matchups against Ja Morant. We ain't seen Ja versus Zion enough, and more times than not, it's because Zion ain't been healthy. Now, I just got on this camera the other day and gave Zion some credit for how he's been playing. I love that he's just out there. But damn, man, like I get it, it's a foot contusion. You can't get out there for the Ja game. Like I've heard countless stories from NBA athletes about how even if they're not feeling their best, it's just some games that they're not going to miss. I've heard this from football players as well. Some games they're not going to miss. I would like for Zion versus Ja to be a game that Ja Morant doesn't want to miss and also Zion not want to miss. I want to see these dudes go to war. And like Ja clearly was geeked for this game because even without Zion out there, he gave it to the Pelicans out the gate. Now, over time in the game, the Pelicans did pull the victory out, but it ain't the same when Zion's not out there. Like the reason why that game's on NBA TNT on Tuesday night was not because of Ja Morant versus CJ McCollum. That game was not out there to see Steven Adams versus Jonas Valanciunas. That game is out there to see Ja Morant take down Zion Williamson or Zion Williamson throw it down on Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. You want to see Ja versus Zion. That's why that matchup is booked. And unfortunately, because of injuries, Zion ain't been out there. Hopefully, as his career progresses, we stop having these problems with Zion and the injury concerns. It's really killing Zion and rivalries around the league because he doesn't play guys 2 times a year. You know, he doesn't play enough guys twice a year right now in his very still young career.